Hello, we're the Bitches with Beards, and we love discussing all things culture.
On this podcast, we chat our top 3 cultural moments of the week.
It's our cultural three-way. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Max. We saw you from across the bar.
And we really like your vibe.
Cheers.
Cheers to the coffee and tea.
And just how attuned we are sometimes with each other's culture. I requested Alexa play the lovely Tegan and Sarah, and Daniel let out a very satisfied.
Yeah, it's true. I was like, oh yes.
They popped up earlier on a YouTube playlist, and I was like, oh,
I'm not mad with that.
They have a lovely tone to them.
They do.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a good tone.
They're chill but engaging, melodic.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
But aside from 2 Canadian lesbians, or what do they call Canadians now? Snow Latinos?
Oh, yes, they do.
Which is going to be a bit later in our news, obviously.
Clearly.
How was your week?
Let's see. How was the week? Work was work. It was a very chill week with work the last half. It was a little touch and go at the beginning, and I was like, I'm going to kill everybody, and then I was better towards the end of the week. I tried something viral this week.
Oh God!
You know
bug chaser?
What?
Bug chasing?
No. Oh, Max. No.
Okay, good. So last year.
So 1996. So the viral hacks that come through on Instagram.
Yes, some of them do work.
Some of them do work. I saw one for cleaning pans in your oven, putting it on like the self-cleaning mode. You know how like, you have a baking sheet and sometimes there's stuff that just will not get off the baking sheet. And they're like, turn it upside down and put it on self-clean, see if it works. It does work.
Yes.
I can tell you it does work. However, you do have to check the coating because it worked on one pan. It ruined the other pan that it's stuck in there. So just be careful is my word of advice on that one. But it didn't rise to like a cultural moment this week, but it was just a cautionary warning.
There are some good hacks, but hacks are not one size fits all.
No, they are not. And you just got to be really careful on that one. So it's been one of those weeks. It was sort of like blah after work, and I think the highlight was probably I booked part of my trip to Canada for the fall.
To see Tegan and Sarah?
Yeah, to go see Tegan and Sarah. No, I'm not going to go see Tegan and Sarah. I mean, I might. I don't know.
You could pop into them.
I mean, if they're in Ottawa, maybe. Or Quebec. I don't know. Anyways, how was your week, dear? Sorry.
It's good. I caught Daniel up before this. Hopefully, I've had some nice progress with job stuff and all that. I know, and I pointed out to Daniel just before we started was that today is the year anniversary of being furloughed. Obviously, I've not been sitting still for a year, but
no, you haven't. I've been very proud of you for that.
No, it's been, and everything's progressing into something else, which is hopefully all leading up to something. But tomorrow is I don't know if it is tomorrow exactly, which is Saturday the 14th, but we are off to a Chinese New Year's party, ending the year of the snake. So it's all very interesting that a lot of stuff is starting to move forward around this period of time.
It's very much a cycle. It's completing.
Yeah, but also like a dark year's kind of coming to an end, and some stuff is moving forward. So I don't tend to get too woohoo about things.
Or you could just call it woo.
Woohoo. But actually, interestingly, I was listening to Chelsea Hannah's podcast this week, and she had a psychic on, someone she's worked with, and it was amazing the words of comfort that she was giving people, and I sat there and just went, this is dangerous. This is so dangerous.
Absolutely.
And everyone's like, this is so amazing. And like a woman was talking about how her husband had died, and then her kid had died a couple of years later through various things, and then she felt bad about the care that she gave the husband and the child, and did she lead to the right decisions. And the psychic goes, I need you to know that your daughter thanks you for all the things that you did for her, and that And I was like, well, of course you're going to fucking say that.
Right. It's sort of giving nothing of
And
that
I'm like,
comment.
what you
other
say?
than soothing words.
Well, your daughter's sitting on the other side of the veil kind of going,
She's
fuck
pissed.
you.
Yeah.
I was like, this is really cheap. And I was a bit disappointed Chelsea Handler on that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's I could go off on ages about stuff like that. But
yeah.
I was quite like, this is dark.
It's a bit Sylvia Brown.
And
did you have Sylvia Brown?
No, they tend to be quite localized, don't they? Psychics tend to be they.
Well, unless you're Sylvia Brown, and then you were big on like was it Montel Williams? Yes, it was the Montel Williams.
We had Montel Williams over in England,
okay.
like it was shown in a day on Sky. But yeah.
And Sally Raphael would also have Sylvia Brown.
What, she come on and chat to people?
Yeah, I'm getting a sense. Yeah, no,
because Teresa's doing a live show at MGM.
Oh, yes, that's right. It's advertised everywhere.
But she's not the Long Island medium, on it. I don't know if they got a copyright thing going on there.
They probably do. I mean...
But her hair's ridiculous now.
Well,
I'm thinking she's at MGM because it's the only place that can take the whole size of the damn shit.
Just...
huge.
Bumped up.
No one ever got hot and sexy talking about the Long Island medium, so let's move on to our foreplay.
Yes. So this is the portion where we talk about our culture for the week. So my culture for the week, I made ratatouille this week. Very good, very delicious. I've forgotten how much I like making that. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Good results. Let's see. Album of the week was AM Wave by Young Gun Silver Fox, brand new release. As you know, I happen to like that band, so I was very happy with that. Also, culture for the week was last Saturday morning when it was 20 degrees out and I think the wind chill was like 0. I braved the tundra that was the mall and went with our friend Matt to the Smithsonian, to the Natural History Museum, because he is a patron or something, and he had early access. Was it nice seeing the Hope Diamond with no crowds around it? Yes. Was I freezing my ass off the entire time walking from the metro there? Yes. Did I have to retract my balls from someplace afterwards? You better believe it.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking of you.
I got in there and I was like very grateful that Matt had done this, but I was just like, I don't know if I should have said yes to doing this. Like, oh my God.
You were having a good idea at the time. Thought process the night before.
The night before, I was just like, I don't know about this. And then, like, the morning of, I was just like, oh, God. I was in so much pain walking to and from the metro. It was so bad. Anyways, what was culture for you this week?
So I'm going to start. We went to see the film called The Moment, which is Charlie XCX's mockumentary
yes.
about her putting on a concert. It's very interesting. People in the audience were fucking laughing their heads off. I think there might be the accents. But it was interesting. It was a good film. Mm-hmm. It's just... And I kind of admired it for doing something. What it was doing, maybe I'm not quite 100% convinced. But she had an idea and she went with it. So it was quite original. Definitely. If it comes up, people give it a watch.
Okay, all right.
My other film was I'm going to do 2 films this week. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Oh yes.
Excellent. So I can understand why it is not nominated for an Oscar in the sense of best film, best screenplay and all that. But Rose Byrne's performance in it, I think, is better than Jessie Buckley. I think because she keeps this slow progression into just, oh my God, my life is just chaotic. I'm slowly losing it. In fact, it's probably filmed in a non-linear fashion, and she's retaining that consistent decline. Is quite a masterclass.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel with Jess Buckley, I love her, but it's very in the moment in the scene. But there's some scenes where she's incredibly powerful, Jessie Buckley, but Rose Byrne's performance is incredibly powerful.
I get that. There's a difference to it.
My music of the week, I saw 9 Inch Nails in concert. Excellent. I went on my own.
I know you did.
It was brilliant. I've never seen him in an arena. I've only seen him in small venues. But he went back and forward between the two, like the centre, and then so they utilised a lot of projection, live projection. He ended on I was about to say Jagged Little Pill there.
No.
Head Like a Hole, and then went off into Hurt as the encore and just kept that going. So it was really fantastic. I had a really great time. Everyone around me was dancing, so we were all up. Everyone just seemed to be having a brilliant time. So yeah, absolutely. I had some Nine Inch Nails on this week as well. I sent the hub some videos, and he was like, "Oh my god, the light and sound alone is epileptic enough."
Surprised that you didn't have a moment afterwards.
No, well, I nearly
or
did.
During.
Side culture, Metro culture. The gig ended at 10:40. I was home using the Metro by 11 p.m.
Well, I mean, you were right there at the station.
Consistently going in. There was no queue to get in. I walked straight out the venue, straight into the station, got on a train within 1 minute. It worked.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened whenever I was there for the hockey game.
Yeah. When it works, it works.
Yeah.
So that was culture for us, but we want to make sure that you've been taken care of.
So we're going to ask the question, who's your top, who's your bottom, and who's your lucky Pierre?
So Daniel, who is your top, who is your bottom, and who is your lucky Pierre?
All right, so my bottom of the week, and it's not really a bottom in that I think this is bad. I actually admire these two individuals for what they've done. So Orville, Peck, and Chappell Roan have announced that their departure from the Wasserman talent agency. This is after founder Casey Wasserman ties to Maxwell and Epstein came to light this past week. And even though he apologized, these two said absolutely not. There's a lot of people within the music industry that thinks that this is the trickle that is going to become a deluge.
Yeah.
So tuned in to see what happens next on that one right there. My top news of the week was replacing something else that the more I looked into it, I was like, oh, that's not so great. After all, was that there's been an announcement for a show that we like. White Lotus has announced that Sandra Bernard will be coming to season 4. So she is joining Steve Coogan, Chris Messina, and Helen Bonham Carter.
I try and work out a little bit. I know that he changes it up, but there are tropes.
There are tropes, and it's one of these. I'm like, so which one is she going to be?
So Helena has to.
I think she has to be like the Jennifer Coolidge, Parker Posey type character.
Yes, the slightly.
So I'm then wondering, like, what is Sarah going to be in this one?
So here's my vibe: is Sarah plays staff very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like I don't know.
But then you had like last time the 3 women, obviously with our favourite Cunty Bob.
Yes.
And they took on a dynamic. Well, you had Carrie Coon as well. You know, that was a very interesting dynamic that we hadn't seen already, and their arc and where they got to. So I'm always curious. I am just really happy we have some eye candy in Chris Messina.
Yes.
He's so fucking hot.
Yes.
So I'm very excited for that.
Oh.
So. Well, we wish he was our lucky Pierre, but Daniel, who was your lucky Pierre?
So my lucky Pierre for the week was one Bad Bunny.
Or as Elmo called him, Good Bunny.
Good Bunny. Mr. Bunny was good. So this past weekend, or 2 weekends ago at the time that we released this, because that's how math works.
Yes.
And this is how it works when you record a podcast on a Friday. Anyways, Super Bowl 60 halftime show apparently was the event of the Super Bowl, because according to you who watched the game, it was not very much of a game.
It was, so yeah, just to drop in before it, like the game itself, there was only a touchdown in the last quarter. It was incredibly slow.
Ugh.
It was all on penalties. Get me talking about this. Even like the adverts, we had the Mandalorian and Grogu one, which just featured them on Hoth with Tauntauns.
Yeah.
It was great. Fine. There was an interesting advert where all the sitcom stars in Dunkin' Donuts, but a lot of it was all AI companies or betting or digital money, Digimoney coins, or was it Bitcoin? Yeah. And me and Lovely Christian was there, and the only good advert was the I've got it up, so I and then we can go on about Bad Bunny, because was the Xfinity advert. And did you hear about this one?
No. What was that one?
It's set in Jurassic Park, and the idea is they it starts with the scene with them trying to reboot the system, and it has like Samuel L. Jackson go, "Hold on to your butts," but because they use Xfinity, the system does boot back up again, and then it goes off into this whole. And Sam Neill's in it, Jeff Goldblum's in it, Laura Dern's in it, is like that, and it then just goes into the park being successful because Xfinity stopped it dying, and there's like Sam Neill on like a flying triceratops ride, and Laura Dern, and then Jeff Goldblum like lazing by the pool in that position.
Oh my god!
So and we were like, but that wasn't until after the half time, and me and Christian just looked at each other and went, "Well, that's the actual only like good well done concept advert," which leaves just
Bad Bunny. So, anyways, in case you didn't catch up on that, Super Bowl performer was Bad Bunny for Super Bowl 60. I'm going to say this. The impressions that I got, because I do not speak Spanish, I will be fully honest right here, was that this was very much a love letter to Puerto Rico, and I'm here for it. As someone who's been there and loved San Juan, I was just like, I am absolutely here for this. It was maybe not the flashiest Super Bowl that I've seen.
It was the most intricately theatrical one, though.
Yes, and I'm here for it to be theatrical. Like, it wasn't so over the top. Like, it was very personal. It was very much a celebration of Latino Latinx culture. And I kept writing the word joy and community every time it was turned around. Like, it was just warm and inviting, and I love that.
Yeah, the hubs noticed Pedro Pascal. He's like, "That's Pedro." Then disappeared. Lovely Jessica Alba.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, there were several like guest performances. So there was Pedro Pascal, there was Jessica Alba, there was also Ricky Martin who came out, and then there was Lady Gaga, who this is now her third Super Bowl.
So we screamed like Ricky, and so what the big thing with Ricky Martin had been was that he came out, he sung a song, one of Bunny's songs, which is about not going away of Hawaii,
right?
But he sung it in Spanish, and he just earlier commented on the fact that Bad Bunny, they're both Puerto Rican, but Bad Bunny performs in Spanish, whereas he wasn't given that option.
Right.
So for Bad Bunny to have him perform at such a audience in Spanish you had to kind of, you had to have done your research and watched the previous episode.
To get how much that actually meant for him to do that. It was so powerful.
Now, when Gaga came on, we all screamed.
Oh, well, yes. I mean, when it was Gaga.
But never saw that coming.
No, never saw that
coming. Ricky Martin was, oh my God, Ricky Martin. But we're like, it's Ricky Martin.
It's Ricky Martin. It made sense, yeah. But Gaga performed, and she performed the song that I absolutely love, Die With a Smile. There was no Bruno Mars. But did you see, like, the videos that showed Bad Bunny, like, dancing behind
He's a smooth mover, isn't he?
Very smooth, but, like, he was jamming out to Gaga. And it was just, he was so happy. You could see that he was visibly, like, moved. Now, and I just love that.
There has been commentary about Gaga singing in English. Now, do you have any takes on this? I have a take, but I was wondering if you had anything particular thoughts on that.
So, to me, it made sense for her to perform that song in English because that's her song in English. Like, it would be very odd for her to sing it in Spanish. I don't know that she is a Spanish speaker.
But she's Gaga, and she could literally wake up that morning and decide that.
Yeah, she could. I don't know. What's your take on it? I don't feel off-put by it, is what I'm going to say.
He would never sing in English because he doesn't, and also that would have been a complete, bending of knee to someone. My flavour was also that she is a huge artist, so it drew a lot of that cross-cultural attention. But the fact was that they were trying to show not that she was not so much that she was singing in Spanish, but the Spanish influence on mainstream pop culture. And so so they kept it in English. I think that was a little bit of like, we have, let's have some in English. Let's have it, keep it recognizable. But in my head, they were trying to say, like, you can't be against Spanish music because this is the influence it can have on modern pop culture.
It's true.
And that's what I think they were trying to say, is it is very influential.
We are all together with her.
But she's so humble, like in a way she was talking about it, and just her phrasing and just the beauty of it. And
I mean, I love Gaga. Like, she's just a good person.
Have you been we knew there was going to be backlash, and there was also a lot of preemptive backlash in the sense of people going, well, of course that the liberal media is going to favour it, which is bullshit in the sense of that our media is just as much tough on us a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And it all seems to be under the influence of certain people. But I felt that the message taken away was one of hope.
Yes.
And a passion for culture, a reminder that America isn't just the United States.
Right. It's the entire two continents, or one continent, depending on how you want to look at it. So,
but ultimately, it was a very hopeful performance. And people came away from it going, they felt inspired. They loved it. All these cultures loved the call out at the end and the representation.
It was very approachable. It was approachable in a way that the Rihanna show was not.
Yeah.
Rihanna was a spectacle about Rihanna.
Yeah, and it's the same with last. I mean, he was great. Like, who was it last year? I was going to say Cisco. It wasn't Cisco.
No, was it Kendrick? Yeah, it was Kendrick.
Kendrick performed, didn't? No, Kendrick. Yeah, did do it. Yeah,
it was Kendrick.
But it wasn't. I don't know. I just loved that he came out. He looked so good. He looked so delicious. He did his own stunts. Apparently, he wasn't the bit where they climbed the electricity to show the lack of infrastructure in Puerto
After
Rico.
the hurricane, yes.
But also like the people dressed as. So the reason everyone was dressed as grass was it was easier to get people out. There's limitations on the transportation you can use, and then they had everyone dressed as it.
Yeah,
everyone seemed to have a well of a time. I mean,
they were dressed as sugarcane.
Sugar canes.
Yes.
The gays dry humping in the back of the car was fucking hilarious.
So I was going to talk about it. So there were a lot of articles that were like, how controversial was the Super Bowl halftime show? And most people were like, it was a 3 out of 10. And I would have to agree. Like, it's not Nipplegate.
Not Nipplegate.
It's not Nipplegate by any means. And so
the shift in controversy of Nipplegate has always been that Justin Timberlake should have got the shit that Janet did. No, I will admit that two guys grinding, whether if they're a man and woman, would still be like.
But I am going to counter with that, and this is my point. It's like everyone is upset with it. Yes, you only saw it from the waist up, and the bottom portion was covered with the door of the car, or the truck.
It was hot as shit. They were hot guys.
They were very hot, but you didn't actually see anything grinding upon anything else. Like, you just saw the motion.
I thought it was excellent. It was full of energy. It was not too. It was political in its existence, and I think that's the best form of Super Bowl halftime. And apparently, I did read, I was listening to today, is that one of the big things is that they are, and actually it was an Irish podcast, my two ladies, and they were saying just like the Super Bowl, the point of the performance is to bring in new audiences, and they are reaching the limit of these audiences. Now, yes, you had the Taylor Swift of it all brought in a larger external female audience, but they are pursuing the Latino culture, and this is the community, and this is how they did it. Yeah, I think it was smart on their part, for the NFL's part at least, for choosing Bad Bunny. Yeah, so I think it was very good. So we'll start with top. Unfortunately, this week we did lose James Van Der Beek.
That was a shock.
It's a shock. We knew he was ill.
Yes.
It was colon cancer, along with Chadwick Boseman a few years back. Very tough. He had 6 kids. The whole thing is very... It's very, very sad. Someone's just turned 40 as well. You know, there's a lot of he was only 48. I don't know why, because he had such a career. You forget he was still quite young. But... just what's been like, because of the medical system over here, if those that don't know it, if you're based in England anyway, it's costly, and it did deplete his family's savings. So the top side of it for me has been that like John Chu has donated, along with Steven Spielberg, who James Van Der Beek played Kevin Williamson, wanting to be Steven Spielberg, and Dawson Leary was a huge Spielberg fan, so you have that. It makes sense. Katie Holmes and Busy Phillips both commented. Mary Margaret Humes, who played his mum, Gail Leary. I got into Dawson's Creek at uni. My friends had all the DVDs, and I went straight through, because it wasn't really a show that a closeted gay guy concerned about what he wanted to watch at 15 was not going to watch Dawson's Creek. Well, yeah. My bottom of the week. who's going to get is me and me alone. I'm going to talk about this.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Right. So, due to certain rules now regarding what flag can be flown over National Park Service, the pride flag was removed from the Stonewall monument, which is a complete piss take because it's only there because of the Gay Liberation Front. It was taken down. It has been it's not been reinstated because it's not official, but it is. But they are flying a pride flag. New York City is flying its own pride flag in the same place, so it's not been officially reinstated. No one is backtracking. There is resistance, and so my lucky Pierre of this week is one Miss Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Now I forgot today because of various news that came through with my job hunt. I did not watch the extended cut of the video.
I didn't either, actually.
But Opalite is... Did you like the video?
I love the video of Opalite.
It's so dorky.
It is quintessential Taylor Swift, and that she's gotten a stick or a narrative, and she has an entire story around it, and she sees it all the way through, and it misses no beats, that story.
Yeah, it's about this spray Opalite that makes people the perfect partner, or helps you find your perfect partner.
Yes.
She was dating a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Elmo was a bit pissed off that she was dating a rock, and he has issues with Rocco,
the
His
rock
rock,
on
yeah.
Sesame Street for some reason.
So,
yes.
So the fact there was all this about Elmo got involved in it, and
right,
but garbage is still garbage, and apparently Oscar the Grouch is happy about that.
Well, but Oscar is happy with his garbage.
The lovely Donald Gleason was in it.
My gosh.
He's so geeky. The guy's a lanky streak of piss with no arse, but he's still sexy as hell.
He's so pale.
He's dancing at the end of it, but it all came about because it was mentioned that he was practicing dancing, and they joked on the Graham Norton show when they were all on it that he's doing it to be in a video.
Yeah,
and she cuts to her at the end of it getting the idea to make this video.
You can see her on set being like, oh.
Now we're going to shoot for this bit because obviously I knew Super Bowl would be the bigger news of it. Mm-hmm. The big news in it was my mum messaged me and goes, "Do you recognise the shopping mall in the background? It is my hometown shopping centre."
Yay!
Whitgift. So Whitgift it was one of the first out of London.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, back in the day, everyone went into London for their shopping. It was one of the first big purpose-built shopping centres outside of central London, but still in London. Mm-hmm. It has seen better days. I had my first job there.
Most malls have seen better days.
But it did not hit. It just mismanaged. They were charging too much for rent, not enough business, is that sort of thing. Mum still goes there for Marks and Spencer, but like Body Shop's gone from it. Everywhere has gone. After Woolworths went, that was it. But I worked there for 2 years, so I sent Daniel a screen grab, and I was like, that's why I bought my first mobile phone. That's why I got my school shoes for 13 years. That's why I got coffee of my flatmate. That WH Smith there was why I bought all my original set of episode 1 action figures.
There were multiple photographs of circles with like notes coming off of it. It's like, I did this here, and I was just like, wow, Max is reliving all the highlights from that period.
But I will shoot through because I've got about 10-20 seconds to talk about this, but it is lovely to see it. Apparently she paid for everyone to have the day off. No one knew she was there.
Oh.
I'm guessing that they picked it because they needed everyone in England and apparently they filmed other bits in London as well. The house was in London. I thought it looked like a London house.
Just had that feel.
But no, it was very exciting, and apparently Swifties are heading now to the Whitgift Centre to see where it was filmed. So that's nice. So can we have the Taylor Swift effect in Croydon, please? Because that place needs...
Oh, yes.
It's just so run down, but we just need that energy to come back into Central Croydon. So for that, thank you, Taylor Swift, as always. Yay. And let's quickly move on to the end of the show.
What do I think culture is going to be next week? I think that the Olympics should be halfway point. Yeah, halfway point. I feel like something is probably going to come out of the Olympics. Like, I feel like there's been a lot of like bubbling around them, and I feel like, you know, stuff is trying to rise up to culture on this podcast, but not quite there yet.
Right, I think I'm gonna side with my bestie on that one. I think we're gonna have some Olympics vibes. So now, Daniel, I feel very satisfied. Do you think we should end the show?
I think we should. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Max.
And thank you for being our third this week.
Cheers. A big thank you to everyone for tuning in to Daniel Max's Cultural Freeway and for giving us a listen.
Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and review, and follow us on the socials.
You can find us under Bearded Bitch Pod or Bitches with Beards. Please remember that only a mother could love our views and opinions, and they reflect us and no one else.
We'll be here next week, unless we're cancelled.